Hello everyone, I'm glad to see you on my channel. My name is Ksenia and today I'm going to tell you my feedback about Nomads of the North by James Oliver Curwood. I think it's my first book about animals. I have never been interested in stories or books about animals, I don't know why. I heard about this book in an interview that it's a good story and I decided to read it. And first thing that made an impression, and most readers have noticed this, it was colorful and detailed description of nature. Every season of the year is described in the story. As the spring comes and nature comes to life after long winter, then hot summer comes and different kinds of berries grow and ripen, and autumn, and then cold and harsh winter comes. The story contains a realistic description of animals' habits and how they survive in difficult natural conditions. A harsh winter is described in the story when the temperature is 50 degrees below zero, when snow turns to ice. It is described when a fire broke out in the forest. I decided to know more about James Curwood because you can't describe the nature and animals' habits without personal experience, and I was right. James Curwood was a hunter. Yes, but one incident changed his life. It happened in the winter. He tracked the bear, and when he had a chance to shoot the bear, suddenly he slipped and fell, breaking his gun. The bear stood on his legs and growled at the hunter, but he didn't touch the hunter. Then the bear went away. This meeting made a great impression on Mr. Curwood, and he decided that this meeting was a sign of fate. And he became a naturalistic ecologist, and he fought for animal rights. For example, for a short hunting season, he traveled a lot in Alaska and Canada, and I think he had got many friends of Indians and Eskimos, because you can see many difficult to pronounce Indian names in the story. Writer gives a name every animal, every bird, every insect. Also, he talks about different spirits of forest and animals. It's a story about friendship between the bear and wolf, but we know that wolf is not a friend for the bear. But Micky, it's a cross between a wolf, a dog, and a fox. Two types of animals who have different characteristics. The bear, he is huge, he is heavy, he is strong, he is aggressive, and he has sharp teeth and powerful paws. Nobody wants to fight with the bear. And young bear can find food everywhere. He eats grass, moss, tree bark, berries, fish, and dead animals. And the wolf, who has to hunt all time, who has to be fast, to be smart, to be cunning and visible. They both lost their protection and custody when they were small. And first time they had to be together, the whole world was a danger to them. They both needed to each other, or they would have died. It is told how they both discovered the world and learned to hunt and get food for themselves, and met with other animals and learned to fight and survive. But then coldest and deadliest winter comes, and our wolf dog Micky stays alone, and cold, lonely nights fights to the death, meeting with a cruel and angry hunter waiting him ahead. During the story we can see how small ugly puppy Micky became in a huge and strong animal. The genes of dog make him loyal and not vindictive. The genes of wolf make him strong and stamina. The genes of fox make him smart and cunning. These qualities help him to survive and make him the best among wolves and dogs. The harsh cold winter has made him a good fighter who has learned to survive and fight to the death. I admire his dog loyal to his owner and his friend Neeva. He's needed a friend and he's a loyal friend. The story has a funny beginning and exciting development of events and kind and happy end. If the story had sad end, the book would leave an unpleasant impression. And the love line in the story, it's like a cherry on a cake. So it's a good book, and I recommended you and your children read it. Although for children over 10 years, because the story contains violent scenes, will be careful. And what else? And I advise you to watch a documentary Wolf vs Bear by Nat Geo Wild. It will help you better imagine the main characters, the wolf dog Micky and his friend the bear Neeva, their habits and their natural habitat. So that is all. Thank you for your attention. It was my feedback. It was my feedback. Yeah. Good luck.